Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Thank you for joining. We are here today to present a practical roadmap to becoming an expert Databricks data engineer. So here's our agenda for today. We are going to start by just presenting the data engineering role, then how data engineering looks like on Databricks. Then we are giving some, learning paths and certifications, how to get hands-on experience, and finally some reference materials. First of all, my name is Dirar Al-Hussein. I am a Databricks MVP. I am founder and CEO of Acadford, which is an AI-based e-learning platform that helps in learning Databricks. Okay. Some of you maybe know me from my Udemy courses. Now we are like more than 80,000 students on Udemy. Also, maybe you know me from this book, from my O'Reilly book. So it just released 3 months ago in February. And and we have some, Databricks certifications. Great. So first of all, let us understand the data engineer role. Okay. So data engineering is the practice of designing and building data processing systems. Okay. So the goal is actually to prepare data to be ready for use for different use cases. So here, for example, we are ingesting data. Okay. We are preparing this data, we are transforming this data, and finally load it to be available for different use cases. So for example, maybe for business intelligence, maybe for AI or machine learning. Okay. So the things that to build such a system, you need a mix of skills. Okay. So these skills usually can be classified in 4 categories, which are software engineering, data ops or data operations, maintenance, and data governance. So let us start by by software engineering. So since we are talking about data processing system, so it's a system, it's a software, okay, so we need to build this system, we need to develop this system, so we need to master code development, okay? So mainly, the main language today for modern data engineering is Python, okay? And since we are working with data, we need also to master the language of data, which is SQL. Since it's a software, you need also to track all the changes, all the versions of your code using Git. So we have also the version control. Okay. Next, we have testing. So to apply different testing like unit testing, integration testing, and lastly, you need to store your data. Okay. So this is why you need to master also the different types of data storage formatting. Next, we have data ops or data operations. So because, in fact, the goal is not just to build the system, but we want to start deploying this system to production and automate this process. Okay? So this is why here we see like also plenty of skills that need to master, actually. So starting by CI/CD, which is continuous integration and continuous delivery, which allow us to automate the deployment process of our pipeline, of our data processing system into production. Okay. Next, we have orchestration, because usually we don't want actually our pipeline or system to run manually, so we would like to orchestrate these so it's run in, for example, on a scheduled basis. Okay. Also, we need to control the data quality of our data, of our data pipeline. We need also to monitor if there is any issue during the pipeline execution. Okay. Great. Next, after running your pipeline, you may see that, okay, there is need for optimizing this pipeline. There is maybe need to make a cleanup for the files system, for any files related or issues related with your pipeline. Okay. And lastly, we have the data governance, where you need to ensure that your data is governed, secured, in order to make sure that your pipeline is actually secure and also fully, in terms of security, in terms of who have the access to these, data, when and which exactly type of data. Okay. Great. So now, how all these services or skills can be applied in Databricks? How data engineering looks like on Databricks? So first of all, if you look here in the middle, actually, we have Spark and DLT. In fact, in order to build data pipelines or data processing system in Databricks, you need to use Apache Spark, or now recently we have also the DLT platform, which is another way, a modern declarative way to build also data processing pipelines. So yeah, we have these two options. However, all the other skills remain the same actually. So when talking about software engineering, we need to master again code development, and here we are precising that we need to learn PySpark, which is where we are going to use the Spark engine in Python, okay, using PySpark data frames. You need also to work with Spark SQL as well to work with the data in Spark, okay. In Databricks, we have Git folders in order to manage the Git operations. You can use different libraries like PyTest for testing your pipeline. We have also Delta Lake, which is the default table format on Databricks in order to store your data. Okay. Great. Next, we have data ops, data operations. So you can deploy your pipelines to Databricks platform using CI/CD. The idea is to run your jobs, to deploy your jobs. So on Databricks, the orchestration is possible using Databricks jobs, where you can automate and schedule the run of your pipelines. We can also monitor the data quality using Lakehouse monitoring. We can also troubleshooting our pipeline using different services, notification, logging, Spark UI. So we have okay. Okay. Next, we have maintenance. So we can we need also to master some of these tools like commands, the optimize command, Z-order indexing, and liquid clustering. Okay. And also we have the vacuum command for maintenance. And finally, all your data is managed, all your data assets is managed using Unity Catalog. Okay. So yeah, so as you can see, we have plenty of things to learn, plenty of things actually that you need to master in order to work with, to be a data engineer actually, okay? So this is why having, a sort of structured roadmap may help actually, or should help in learning these all skills in a progressive way actually, okay? So here's we suggest a 6 steps roadmap, okay, where we start from SQL till we master the advanced data engineering skills, okay? So first of all, we need to start by SQL. This is very essential. This is the fundamental when you want to be a data engineer, okay? SQL is the language of data. In order to query your data, to retrieve this data, you need to master SQL. Okay? You can learn SQL on different levels, starting by the fundamental skills, then more intermediate skills, and finally to the advanced skills. Okay. So like learning how to retrieve data, how to filter them, how to aggregate them. Next, with the intermediate level, you can master like advanced joins, self-join, how to do subqueries, okay? And lastly, the advanced level where you have the how to optimize the performance of your queries, okay? So we see different resources available for these, which is like you can go to the W3 schools. On Udemy, you can find great courses and boot camps. Leads Code can also helpful in this case to learn and solve exercises. Okay? Great. In the same way, we need to also learn Python programming. So the same idea, you can learn it on different levels, from fundamental, intermediate, and advanced, starting from working with variables, data types, control flow, then object-oriented programming, packaging, then even applying decorators and generators, okay? So on the Databricks Academy, they have a great course which is called Introduction to Python for Data Engineering, okay? So this will help you in learning these kind of skills. Also on Udemy, you can find great courses and boot camps on these, okay? Next, you need to learn Apache Spark. As we said, the Spark is the engine of big data engineering in Databricks, okay? So you need to learn like the architecture of Spark, Spark SQL, PySpark data frames, more about also structured streaming, Spark Connect, Pandas API on Spark, and Spark UI, okay? So there is a great book actually from O'Reilly. It's called Learning Spark. Also, there is a course on Databricks Academy for Apache Spark programming, okay? And it will help you also prepare for the certification to be a Spark Developer Associate. Okay. Next, we start, here we can start learning more about the data engineering, okay? So we're gonna start by the fundamental of data engineering, okay? Like to learn more about the Databricks Lakehouse, more about ETL with Spark SQL and Python, processing data incrementally, production pipelines, Databricks SQL, and data object privileges, okay? So again, here there is also a dedicated certification for this level of skills. On Databricks Academy also there is a great course to learn these skills. If you already like a partner or a client for Databricks, you can access this one. Also, I am helping on Udemy like with my course to get all these kind of skills. So yeah, you have different resources at this level. Okay. Next, you can go to more intermediate skills in your data engineering journey. So like now learning about data modeling, change data capture, security and governance, REST API and command line interface, monitoring, logging, and testing, okay? And at this level, you can get the data engineer professional certification, okay? Again, on Databricks Academy, you have a course for this, and I help also with this level, at this level with my course also on Udemy, okay? Great. Lastly, once you master all these skills, actually, you will see that there is still need actually to learn more and more about data engineering actually to master this role. Okay, so it's very important actually after like working with when working with the data engineering is actually to apply what we call it the data engineering design patterns. Okay, for this there is a great book actually, which is like it was released 2 months ago. So it helps you to learn like different design patterns, maybe for data ingestions, for data quality. So yeah, you have plenty of data design patterns that is very important for you as a data engineer. Okay. Learning also having the fundamental of cloud services, because most of the time you need to learn to configure multiple cloud services. Learning Kafka, if you are working with streaming, is very important. On Confluent Kafka training, you have also a great course. CI/CD, packaging and publishing to Python package index, and lastly, also infrastructure as code. Okay. So, if you remember, we started by a very simple pipeline, okay, where we have just the raw data, the data processing system, and our ready-to-use data. Okay. We would like to reach to a level actually where we can have everything automated. We have like different services where we can build our pipeline in a more reliable way, and trying to build it even faster actually using different automation service. Okay. So first of all, you will see that when working in data engineering, you need to work on the different environments like dev environment, prod environment, and these will contain, for example, your Databricks workspace, your the storage in the cloud, for example. So for this, you can use here at the bottom we have like Terraform or any infrastructure as code service, okay, to deploy these different environments automatically, okay. Next, you will have your code in a Git provider, like for example on GitHub, okay. Once it is in a Git provider, you can now publish this code like to a package index. So at the top, we have the Python package index, where we are going to deploy or publish our code as a package to this index, okay? And during this process, we can also apply any, dependency check, any data or unit test, for example, during the CI process. Next, we have the CD process, where we can now deploy the job, okay? So as you can see, we have a job around our data processing system in order to schedule our system to run on a scheduled basis automatically, okay? And at the end, once our pipeline is running on a production, now we can track monitor these the results. For example, using Spark UI, using any logging system, for example, and notification. Okay. So yeah, this is where we would like to arrive. Okay. So yeah, the goal at the end is actually all these process actually in order just to build or to deliver this data actually, which is ready to use data, okay? So the idea to make this data available for different use cases, like for business intelligence or, for example, for machine learning and AI. This is the ultimate goal of building pipeline. We are not just building pipeline because we like building pipelines. A data engineering role is not just about building pipelines. You will not be evaluated by the number of pipelines you can build, for example, in a month, okay? So you will be evaluated by the value that this pipeline will bring to the business, okay? As you can see, there is a cost behind this, okay? So this pipeline, they should deliver really an impact, a positive impact on the business in order to say that I build a successful pipeline, okay? It's not just building a pipeline that is running successfully, okay? Great. It's great to have always real world project. If not, you can also check these resources for hands-on experience on the Databricks demo center, okay, where you can install some exercises and demos, and you can now do it with the free Databricks workspace. You have also the Databricks Solution Accelerator, which is fully functional notebooks for different use cases and this will help you like understand how you can build different solutions. Okay. You have also, if you like to enjoy further readings, you have like Delta Lake, the Definitive Guide, Practical Lakehouse Architecture, and also recently, soon we will have the Data Governance with Unity catalog on Databricks. So we are almost done. Lastly, here is try also to engage with the community, to participate, in the community forum, in meetup and workshop. And my last advice is that, as you can see, a data engineering role, it needs plenty of skills. Okay, so sometimes getting a junior data engineer role could be tough actually with all these skills. So my advice is to adapt a more like a career progression pathway where you start with any data related job. Okay, like for example, you could start with a data analyst, with the ETL developer, with a BI engineer. Any of those roles will give you the fundamental actually skills. Like for example, to learn how to perform data, manipulation. How you will see the problems that you usually have with data, like data duplication, data that is dirty, how to clean them. Even it's not at a scale like in big data. Okay. Next, you can transition to a data engineer role. It will be like more smooth and easier process. Okay. Great. That's all from me. Here is my LinkedIn as well. If you would like to connect with me on LinkedIn, it will be a pleasure. And yeah, that's it for me. Thank you.